Hello there, everyone. Here's a review of Breez Breakout 4.0 5.0. I'm confused about that too. Breez has been out for let alone half the year already, and for some reason she just popped up with the 2.0 label along with Thornax, who I have yet to find. So, I got her now. I'm probably really late to this review, but I was looking forward to getting her for the longest time. And yeah, this might not be new to anyone else, but I'm going to go over the pieces that she comes with. The new ones. That are not so new anymore, I guess. So here are the new pieces. It's a lot of red. But I can't complain about, these. These are pretty good. This is not technically a new piece. We had it before in the first wave of Breakout, but this nice new gun piece in red. Can't complain about that. The mini Thornax launcher in red, which goes with this, so that's pretty cool. It's a decent piece to have. These, I like to call them like radio hive pieces. I mean, look at the effect. It's like a little like insect hive type of effect in there. But it's all techno-y. It came with Rocka, which was my favorite of the first wave. And got these in trans red. You get two of those, that's cool. These sword pieces, these aren't necessarily new. Just different colored silver blade with the red body. I don't know much about swords. My favorite's still the one that comes with Black Phantom, though. That's cool. This was the main reason I wanted to get Breez. White Hero Factory limbs. Pretty hot commodity. The Breakout series has been making new colors of limbs, and I kind of like the way they're doing it. Kind of like how X-T4 has mostly light gray pieces. Light gray limbs that we haven't gotten that color before. So two of those. That's pretty cool. And the chest piece, standard for the new Breakout, except you got all this techie hive detail, which again makes sense for considering she's going up against Thornax or whatever. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. Let's put her back together and go over poseability in detail. Breez herself is actually a pretty decent set, but there are some major complaints with her. Granted, they're complaints that have been around since the original Breez, but I'm going to cover that later in an interesting way. The toy itself looks pretty solid. If you ignore the fact that she's supposed to be a girl, okay. Kind of a weapon issue. You have your shield on the same arm that you have your blades on. I kind of don't understand that. If you're supposed to block with this, which I'm assuming it's a shield. I kind of didn't pay attention, but I'm assuming this is a shield. If you're going to block with that and want to use this at the same time, it's not going to happen. But this couple double sword effect looks kind of cool. I wish you could store them somewhere on the body, but there are no ports that will make it practical. Nice inclusion of using this as a backpack instead of having the empty back. There still are some empty bits on the side here. Empty bits on the back. It's gappy, just like the original 2.0. Like, there's still stuff back there. But it's nice that they covered up the biggest issue, which was the entire torso with this piece. And it looks nice from the side. Looks pretty cool. Guns are right, but I don't like there's like just this one lime green piece. This one little tiny one, like what, the 2 size one? Where it's like this, but this little nose piece is a little longer. Like, that would have been perfect, but no, it's just white showing, and it just looks kind of awkward. Handcuffs are on the side. My preferred method of doing it is just have them latched on like that, kind of stationary. There's no wobbling, the chain stuck. That's cool. She does have little jet booties, which I understand why. I mean, she's flying through the air, defeating a giant bug, but that doesn't really count. Like, that wouldn't get her off the ground. At least I don't think it would. Really wide shoulders. That goes along with Breez, as usual, and it's the same head as 1.0, which is not a bad helmet head at all. It's still a pretty cool looking head, but yeah, it's whatever. Poseability is pretty standard. Head on the ball joint as usual. 360 on the arm, a little over 90 on the elbow bend. Technically, you could spin this around. I don't know how practical that is. I guess you can help hold the arm up and then put the shield out like this and protect her face. I don't know. It does hinder this arm depending on how you want to move the swords. So, other than that, the hand's not really hindered. This one, yeah, it's all around. It's a gun and does fire. So, and there it goes. And I'm in a box this time, so it's not gonna fly away. That's cool. Hips are pretty standard ball joints in and out. Leg, good. I say 135 bend. This leg 90 because of the way the arm is placed. I kind of don't like how it's not symmetrical. Like, she's not symmetrical in general, but the fact that like this is facing the front and this is facing the side, I don't know. And it's kind of hard to move the feet out, but they can move hella in, so they can just get her in some good poses. This is currently, well, this isn't really good. Well, she can't be stable. Whoop. Come on, man. Woman. Do what you need to do. Nope. So there was something I mentioned before about showing something in a unique way. I really felt like this was necessary for Breez, but I might do this with other sets in the future, so tell me if you like the idea of this below. With a few pieces, or preferably pieces that she already comes with, I'm going to upgrade her to make her look a little bit better. You do need other pieces for her, though, specifically. And I'm going to show that right now. And these are the pieces you'll be needing. It's more than I would prefer, but I think you get the best result out of it. You will need to replace her original torso with the same type, except thinner shoulders, for obvious reasons. These pieces, the colors are up to you, really. The two axles could be red if you want to be, but I prefer black. This could be red, or maroon, or whatever. I prefer black. These, same with the other black. The two green look the best with the backpack, but again, it can be any color you want, depends on what you have. So, let's get to upgrading her. And here we go, my little updated version of Breez. Take this as a grain of salt, I guess. I know this is like what I prefer doing with her. Like, I'm probably going to take her apart after I'm done with the review, but I like the way she looks like this. Now, with the upgrades, you can tell what's been moved, at least armor-wise. As for the pieces I added, yeah, the torso's thinner. That's a lot better. The black Technic pieces I was talking about are added onto here. It's a too thick thing with the shield. She does get rid of the shield, but I think it adds some nice little, at least just like nice armor on the side. That's how I like it, I guess. The other arm, this has a bulked out shoulder, other one doesn't. Just kind of reminiscent to the 2.0 version of Breez, especially with the lower arms. And I kept the rockets on here. If they're not going to help her fly, then we'll make them look like actual launchers or blasters. That's kind of cool. Keeps the two swords, can't complain about that. She keeps the gun, can't complain about that. On the backpack, she does have the handcuffs just like linked into her, like the in between her arms. And this. And those two lime green pieces we're talking about holds that in. So it just gives her more of a bulked out backpack. And the legs, you just move around some armor. And you give her not as gappy and just, I think, better looking legs. And if you get her in a good pose, she does kind of seem, not with the legs like that, she does kind of seem a bit more feminine. Which is supposed to be the goal, but her armor just makes more sense now and they have better placement. And I think that sword's really holding off the balance. There we go. So yeah, those are my little upgrades, and don't like extra pieces you'll have left, or the big torso, so you can just throw it off to the side and do what you want with it. Overall, I think this looks pretty good, and this is pretty easy for anyone who wants to do this specific upgrade. These pieces are really common. Even if it doesn't matter, the color doesn't matter. You can make this version if you'd like. You don't need instructions, it's pretty easy. So that's my little recommendation. She's fairly solid, but she has some pretty awkward armor placement, to be honest. Although, she has some pretty good new pieces that I think she's worth getting alone. For retail price, maybe not, but try and look for a sale if you can. I'd say pick her or bulk up first. Without me saying I haven't gotten bulk yet. But he looks pretty good, better than Stringer. So pick her up your local retailer or online or any other illicit way you get your toys. And yeah, I say pick her up, she's pretty cool. So, this is Shadow Gear 635 signing off and goodbye. See you folks another time.